G'day everyone and welcome back to episode 95, where today we can finally finish off this area. I'd like to give a special shout out to my brother who went to Movie World last weekend and went around Movie World and took pictures of areas that I photographed and said, like, please, I just need to know what this area is. And he literally went around to pretty much the whole park and took pictures of things that I think Movie World would freak out about people taking photos of. He said that this area back here was pretty much empty in his photos. So I'd say they were freaking out thinking, who's in here taking photos of all this stuff? But it is thanks to him that we can now finish off this area, and I'm baffled at how it turns out. Like, this was a pretty long build of me just sitting there, music blaring, can of mother cracked open, having a great time just building. And I think that's like the closer and closer I get to the end of this, just the more and more fun I'm having building this, because I think it's just the excitement of just the comments and like how everyone's very excited to play this and get it into their own PC, and hopefully it doesn't blow up their PCs. But yeah, it's going to be so crazy to see what you guys think when you finally download it. Definitely put in the comments, like, I'd love to know where you're going first. Like, when you download this, you get placed in the park, what's the first thing you're doing? Are you going to go and ride Superman Escape? Are you going to go and ride the old Arkham? Are you going to start building the Warner Brothers Kids area? Are you going to just go straight to the Wild West Falls? Like, I'm pretty keen to see what everyone does. But yeah, put in the comments where you think you're going to go for your first download. Or yeah, it's going to be crazy. I know that in one of the next 4 episodes that we will have to do a boring episode where we do all the paperwork for the scenario. I think that's going to be a fun episode in itself. So definitely also comment down below like some of the ideas you think you might have for just some of the scenarios we can do. I've already gotten some written out, like obviously building a hotel and building a couple of rides. Like, it's going to be just basic stuff. It's not going to be anything like crazy. But I'll probably do all that stuff maybe in the next episode or the episode after. I'm not sure. But yes, the paperwork episode is something that I've been putting off. So this part here, my brother couldn't tell, but he said this might be just the smoking area off in the back corner that you'll see us build later, but it's mainly designed for like all these restaurants, like the back ends of the restaurants where, like, I know, well, where we have the pizza place, that's where the big restaurant is in the back, where it's huge. And now I've never been there myself, as I said in a previous video, but yeah, it's a weird area to create, because it's, as I've always said, like, the reason we stopped building this area was because there was no photos, and then it was literally someone went and took a 360-degree photo, but sadly only did it at the entrance, so we were kind of limited of what we could and couldn't see, because there's a toilets back here, there's a lot of seating area, and it's just a nice little shaded area. I'm not really sure what they use it for. I've never been there when it's been in, like, I think the closest I've ever gotten there would be to use the lockers, and that's probably it, because yeah, just whenever I go, all my stuff literally just goes in a locker. As soon as I get there, no phones, no nothing, and it's just literally riding rides over and over and over again till it's time to go. But yeah, no, this was fun to try and put my own spin on it. That's why I always try to do with these videos. So it's cool to play around, and I'm not sure whether I've already done a Dune Delights, but I knew that the one thing I wanted to build in here was a Dune Delights, mainly because of the signage. Like, the signage just fits the area so well, and like yeah, it's really cool. Now that I'm watching this, I'm starting to see like little things that I can change. Like, I did want to put a lot of fairy lights up, because obviously we have to do a lighting run in one of these episodes. I think I might do it off camera though, because that's I'd say very boring to watch and very tedious, watching someone run around in the dark trying to light movie world. Yeah, no, it's as I keep saying, the craziness of the views these videos have been getting, especially the last 10 or so, and just all the new subscribers. Like we're so close to 500 subscribers that it's insane to think of what I've come from to where I've been, and like now it's starting to dawn on me that it's nearly done. Like I don't know what I'm going to do when I finish, and it's really cool just to be able to think of just sitting back and relaxing, like, and not having to stress about another episode or stress about what we were going to build this week, because this has been, well, it's over a year now, over a year of creating. So it's crazy to think that just the journey of us building this. Like I know when I first started, I didn't really know what I was going to do, how many episodes. I was really worried about that because I was really like struggling with just doing a building every episode. So I thought that like, wow, like I know that from what I watch personally with other streamers, I find it like really hard to watch like at the beginning, because you want more, because you want like, oh, I can't wait till the next episode, and you're kind of like at the behest of them trying to create. And it's only until I've started doing this that I've realized like how like crazy their parks must be, because they're like 10 times bigger than this, and it's more like them creating themselves. So that's what I think is like really stressful to think of, is like at least I have reference for this sort of stuff. But some of these other parks that I've been downloading and playing in Planet Coaster lately have been like, wow, like it's been insane to pretty much like be watching that journey slowly come together, especially with this. But you can see there, I desperately wanted to use that piece. This is, as we get near the end of the park, I'm really trying to use pieces that I haven't used throughout the whole build. So like pieces like that where it's like, oh, should I use it? No, never mind, I'll just do a simple building. So this, I'm trying to remember what's up next. Bit of a tedious sort of build, I'd say. Yeah, so in the next couple of videos, I'll pretty much be doing as we said in, I can't remember what episode it was, whatever one I explained everything was. So we've still got to do all the paperwork, so that's organizing the scenario editor and doing all that stuff. We've got the backstage area for Superman Escape, the backstage area behind Arkham Asylum and Wild West Falls. Then we've also got the backstage area behind that whole like Wild West Police Academy stunt show area, and then obviously tying all this in and trying to do something with all of this. I think with the cinema, I'm just going to do a blank building, because I have been trying to fill out these buildings. You would have seen with the restaurant back there where it's not like over the top, it's not like crazy. It's like I'm trying to fill in the buildings to where if someone downloads this and they don't feel like creating, they're not as creative as like they think themselves to believe, that like they don't have to like, oh, I have to do all this to play it and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to get it to a point where I'd say we're about, what, 80% complete, the whole park, minus like the Warner Brothers Kids area, DC Rivals, the Green Lantern, and whatever else you might feel like adding. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what people create with this. And as I keep saying, don't be shy to share it. Like when you download this, please, I would love to see what you do inside of this park. Whether you like are just riding the rides, just your reactions to riding the rides and stuff like that would be cool as well. Or yeah, just stuff like that. Like don't go silent after this has been released, and don't comment on it and stuff like that. Like I really cannot wait to see everyone's feedback. There's me trying to find a post. This is a little secret here that I made, was if you can't do it properly, just fake it with the tiny pieces. So as we're getting around to this little smoking area, they have kind of like a fake market sort of thing. So I wanted to make it look like a alleyway goes down there. You'll see me edit it out later. So yeah, I'm not really sure. As my brother was saying, this was a very like dead zone of the park. He was pretty happy because the toilets back there were pretty much empty. So he was always going back to them ones because he was like, why line up for the other ones when I can just use these? The only big problem here there's a big arch, so it's like a sort of temple arch sort of thing, but it was very hard to recreate. See, I tried to do it with the roof pieces there, but of course, Planet Coaster, everything is stupidly massive. So you'll see me pretty much just go around and try to design my own little thing here in a second. I did want that big archway, but yeah, it was just a little bit silly with what we were trying to create. So I found these pieces here and I thought it'd be really cool just to have sort of like a smoker's area where there's air that gets through, but yeah, you'll see in a second. I don't know why I like explain it and then like 2 seconds later you see it be created, but yeah, it has these mad like mosaic tile circles on the back of this, so I had to try to recreate that. And we put a cement brick on the back, copy it blue, and it looks like it's see-through, but it's not really, but they won't know. Yeah, this is just me filling out the markets here of always having supports. I always love doing supports. No, I didn't put the archery thing there. I was going to, but sorry, it's just I'm trying to remember. Like I think this was 5 hours of building of me just like slowly starting to like get stuff built, and I think I stopped when I got to the toilets part because I just knew this video was going to be over 15 minutes already at that length, so I was like, oh crap, I better stop. So you pretty much just get the basic idea of all this. Like the rest of the buildings here are not basic, I'd say, but they are pretty like cool to see. So you'll see me play around here with like the depth of some of these buildings and then backtrack. As I always said, I'll always keep them parts in these videos because it's really good that people that watch these videos know that you can build out a whole building and then just sit there and be frustrated by it. And then, as I'll say to you over and over again, that like, just go to something else. Keep that creative thing going, and then literally when you come back, you'll create something completely different and more special. That like, yeah, it's gonna be really cool to see what you guys remember from watching, and then when you get in the park, what I've changed it to over time of me playing around and tinkering with stuff. So I think I pretty much left most of Main Street as it is, but just all the other little stuff that I've really like played around with, I'm so excited for you to eventually get in there and check out. But yeah, I suppose I should start talking about the a little secret, pretty much for the OGs that are still watching till the end. I know some people like to just watch and flick through, but some of you do listen from start to finish, and like I do see all of you with the audience retention and stuff like that. As a way of saying thanks, I will be literally putting all of your names in episode 100. It's pretty much a way of me saying thank you to all of you for sticking through all this. Like, I know whether you've been here from the start or whether you've come all the way, like, and then started watching now, I am so thankful to every one of you, because like, it is literally you guys that have gotten me through this build. As I keep saying, there have been times when it's been hard to sit there and build something, and it's the comments, it's the people, it's the community that we've pretty much built that have been like, nope, you're doing great, keep going. Like, I say it again and again and again, I don't think we've gotten a single negative comment in any of the comments. Like, it has literally been positive the whole way, and like, I am literally thankful to all of you. So that's pretty much something to look out for in episode 100. I did want to mention it about now because like, I know some people are watching but they aren't subscribed. So if you are still like watching till this point and you're not subscribed, and you want to be featured in the episode, like you might have been watching for the whole time and think like, oh, that'd be cool to see. Yeah, it's not telling you to subscribe or anything, like you don't have to if you don't want to, but yeah, that's going to be my way of saying thank you to each and every one of you for sticking through it. Like 100 episodes is crazy, but as always, comment down below, like the video, share it, do whatever you need to. There are 5 episodes to go. Thank you so much for watching, but most importantly, as always, have a great day. See you in the next one.